Go to collective stream. Start that up. Just gotta check how this is going here. Alright, so what we're doing is we're hopping back into some more Tekkit Legends. So what we're doing is we're hopping back into some more Tekkit Legends. So what we're doing is we're hopping back into... There we go. Alright, now, let me see here. Oh, one thing real quick. Just on my monitor, I want to be able to keep an eye on my mic, make sure it doesn't get too loud, so I need to get rid of a couple things. What I need to do first is I need to get myself a macerator and a generator. But in order to do that, I need redstone, quite a bit of rubber too. Let me see if... Okay, zombie. Oh, I hate these things. Lots of zombies. How did that... What the... Oh, what the heck? Oh, God. That's terrifying, isn't it? Okay, so there must be a spawner somewhere. Ugh, goodness. Okay, that was fun. Spider, because I need your string. Ouch. Ouch. Thank you. Do a little deeper real quick. Okay. These I need. Hemp. I don't remember why, but I needed hemp. It's one of those rare naturally occurring things in the world. You can't replant them, but you can use them for something, and I don't remember what it is, but I remember I always tried to get hemp every time I started if I could. So I've got that one about to grow, maybe. You don't have any sticky resin coming out of it. Okay. And the reason I need to do that is because I need... God dang it. I need resin for rubber. Why am I not getting any resin out of these guys? This pack hasn't been updated for a year, but I'm wondering now if I'll end up having to automate this farm, I think. But basically it's just needing rubber in order to make wires, in order to make more stuff. So I'll go ahead and pull this copper out. I hear you. Ow. Oh, there you are. Okay. Alrighty. Got those guys going. These guys will be good for... That's what I love about Tree Capitator here. This is going to take a while, and it's going to probably break half my axe, if not more, but I'm going to get every piece of wood and everything that would have come out of the leaves for the tree. Bink. There you go. And you just get kind of showered by it. Okay, now dark oaks require 4 saplings in a square to regrow. So we'll do that to grow them back. Because I could always clear out some of this to kind of brighten it up a bit. So I think I will. Am I full? I am full. Seeds, I don't need zombie brains. Okay, so what else can I swap out? Dirt, don't need dirt. I'll take the saplings though, just in case. Okay. And I'll offload my bags and I might go back down into the mine or try to make a little better sense of my mine. I need that. There we go. I could, and I think I will, create another stone pickaxe. Nope. There you go. Right click and drag. That's the nice thing about the PC version is when you do crafting. One, you may not have necessarily crafting grid show up the way that it does in the Realm, but at least when I don't know if this is gonna be the recipe or not. It is. Good. First wool down. But whenever you do, you can actually like just grab the stack, right click and drag over to do whatever you want, and then same thing. It's right click or shift left click to put it up into the chests. So, oh, I need food. Take mistakes. The reason I need to get a macerator going is because I want to be able to double the output of every ore that I end up picking up. So for every 1 ore I get, I can turn it into a powder, and then each powder can get turned into a ingot by itself. So that's always good. There's also other machines that I'll eventually get to that will allow me to take each powder and essentially double the ore output from those, or have a potential byproduct. So I could smelt an iron ingot, but a byproduct of the iron ingot is, say, a copper ingot, so I could have a chance of getting that, or vice versa whenever I guess I do the dust stuff. I've yet to use any zinc, but pick it up anyway, and bauxite I don't need right now. I do need a lot of copper though. I think some folks find a mod called Project E is the one that I'm going to be starting with or going after first, and I think a lot of folks find that to be, I don't know if vein mine's on, it's not. I think a lot of folks find that to be a little cheaty, just because you can then create anything from anything, but I don't think it is. I actually quite like the mod, so I'm going to probably go that route. I'll probably hold off on getting into the power flower stuff just yet, because that is very, very expensive as far as, it's called EMC, and this one does not have an EMC value, meaning I have to process it first, but this here, as you can see, says an EMC of 128, and then if I had a full stack of 64, the stack EMC value would be 1920. So ultimately I could put that into a machine, keep track of it, and then use that 1920 EMC to build something else like this, which is only 26 EMC. So that's ultimately what my goal is. But we're a little ways off from doing that. I gotta get quite a few things built first in order to do so. First of which is being able to get more ingots and not having to mine near as much. Y-axis, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, I need to get down to diamond level. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. Not quite to diamond level yet. But it will be. So let's see here. The dog's growling at something, I don't know what though. Redstone? It's redstone. Oh, thank you. Okay, now, just to make sure that as I'm harvesting this, I don't put myself into a pit of lava. Light this up too. Change out pickaxes. There we go. Okay, now, grab the tin while we're here, because why not? Excellent. Now, make sure I can just get myself out of here. Oh. There. Maybe that'll help any. So I was off by a few levels, but I've always found if you put your feet on, I think it's level 9, you start doing some vein mine, you tend to have a really you have good luck, or better luck at least, to get diamond. And of course, the deeper you go, the darker it gets faster. So we're just gonna kind of mine ourselves through, see what we come across. How many? 18 redstone, so hopefully I'll come across some more because I will need more. So basically the way that what I'm looking for works, right, is obviously you duplicate, oh, don't want to do that, okay. Obviously you duplicate the ores, but in order to do so you have to power the machines, and so there's different versions of power and different tiers of power. So there's low voltage, medium voltage, and high voltage. If you try to connect high voltage to a low voltage machine without stepping the actual voltage down, the machine will explode. You can store it into essentially battery boxes, which is pretty awesome, right? They're called bat boxes, actually, just for short. There we go. These guys have a pretty decent EMC value too. There we go. 2048 EMC for each one. Stack of them would be 4,000, or the stack is, not a stack, but the stack currently is 4,096 EMC total. Iron doesn't have an EMC value until you actually smelt it. But once you do, then you can use it as needed come time for the Project E stuff. And I believe when doing, you can type in the name of the mod you're trying to work with. So IC2, which stands for Industrial Craft 2. And then these are all the machines and items in the world that are associated to it. You've got things that, there's an RF reactor, which RF is another type of power. These guys here will eventually get into energy crystals, where you actually have to charge them, or batteries, battery packs, and all that fun stuff. It looks like I am getting hit up. The Discord. Folks are awake early. It's kind of nice. Okay, now, back to it. So I got that. I don't... Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. I can just keep going on this level. There's a, there's an item in the game called a divining rod, I believe, which you can tap it on stones surrounding, and you can actually find out what the EMC value is. It helps you kind of sniff out things like diamonds and whatever else. But there are objects, or I should say there are materials in the game that are higher EMC value, or higher worth, really, than diamonds. Get all the redstone I can, because the more you have, the better off you are. There we go. Was there something else I could get? There's another sapphire. 2 sapphire. I'll take that. I guess I should just dual wield these things. Lava, good. So, general rule of thumb for Minecraft, and this doesn't change, even just vanilla, is that if you get lava within a certain amount of space, usually there's diamonds. And I think I said that in one of the other videos, maybe in the first bit. But I can never remember if it's within 4 or 5 or 3 or whatever it is. So, I tend to just find lava and then I just clear the entire space out until I find something or I don't. So, just kind of see if this yields anything. And if it doesn't, I at least have... Ooh, that's not gonna be good. It'll be fun to traverse. If it does, great. If not, I might head to the surface and just create my macerator. Can't really contain that. There. Oops, there we go. I don't remember what some of these ores do, so I'm just gonna grab them anyway. Do I have wood on me? I don't have wood on me. If I did, I would create a crafting bench here so I didn't have to go all the way to the surface. So maybe that'll be one thing I do also, since I'm gonna be kinda checking all this space out here. Yeah. I'll go ahead and keep going with the iron. Redstone. Another lava slick. Ooh, there we go. That opened it up. Let's see. Okay, so that's safe. Bring myself here. Good. Now I don't have anything set up to where I keep any of my inventory if I fall. So if I fall, I'm done. I'll lose whatever I had on me. And I've not slept in a bed yet, so that means I would have to try to hike back to wherever it is I am here, so... Well, I did write down the coordinates just to be on the safe side. I think yeah, I don't think I want to go that route if I can avoid it. Alright. Since I'm so close to... Since I'm so close to being done with my axe, I'm gonna go ahead and just head back now. I should do something about this piece, because I don't really care for this much. It makes me dizzy. Okay, so, let me see here. I can offload so far what I've got. I can put you in here. I might be able to start with some of this stuff. How much iron do I have? Where's my iron? There, 16 iron ore. Ooh, that might be cutting a little bit close. How much copper do I have? 22 copper. Alright, I'm gonna need all of those anyway, so I might as well. Go check on my trees. Maybe meet another zombie horde. Nothing. Shit. Oh. There we go. Ugh, fucking skeletons. I hate skeletons. Not the greatest at dealing with them. There you go. Ouch. Yep. There we go. Use a drop to the advantage. I forgot I didn't come through here to do this. I think what I'll do, like, for this whole thing is I may end up coming in, and if I hop in, I might do something like mine all that marble. Or quarried stone. Which one is it? That's marble. And then see if I can't, like, spruce up the house and stuff like that. Just do that off camera so that it's not maybe entirely and utterly boring for some folks. There we go. Maybe just do streaming for some mining and a lot of the crafting for some of the mods. There we go. Shit. There we go. So that was a short-lived rainstorm. Okay, copper ingots. So, here's where we're gonna get a little creative. So, if I take copper ingots, go ahead and drop those those there. I need some rubber. Where is my electrolyzer? Here they are. Compressor. Oh, I should do an iron furnace too. So the benefit of an iron furnace is that it's actually a lot more efficient than your regular furnace. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll need 5 iron ingots for that. But so I take a copper, straight line to get a copper wire, right? Uninsulated. Take those 6, put them inside of the crafting table, which is rubber, and you get 6 copper cables. Okay. So this is where the rabbit hole starts. Now, what I need to do is I need to get a machine. Oh, that's right. Electronic circuit and a machine block. Machine block will be refined iron, so that'll be 8 iron baked twice. And then where'd it go? There it is. Back to this. I have flint. I have cobblestone. Okay, that's right. I already did that. Then I'll need electronic circuit, which is those 6 plus a refined iron ingots. Let me go ahead and throw 1 more iron in here. Oh wait, I'm gonna need more than that. 1. There. So when these 9 are done smelting, I can go ahead and take out this guy, because 5 are going to be used on a furnace, which I will go ahead and just craft another so that I can keep going. Right, like so. Furnace goes in the center. Iron goes around it. Oh, does it not? Oh man. Okay, so now I gotta remember. There's the iron furnace. Oh, it was at the bottom. I was close. Okay, so like so, like this, and like so. There, iron furnace. So iron furnace is now more efficient than its old counterpart. I need to make at least a pickaxe of some sort. This guy. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, I can put down the iron furnace. There we go. This guy there. Might as well just cook all of those off. So I think I have more iron in here. Maybe not. But I'll get more iron ingots per coal inside of the iron furnace. And the electric furnace is more efficient as well, but it requires a generator or some source of power, which there are solar powers that you can use, solar panels that you can use, and that's another option. But sometimes solar power can take a while, and your best bet is to store as much of it as you can before you use massive amounts, which is fine, you know, it's all good. Alright, so I'm gonna save those. I need 9 refined iron ingots, so by putting those back in, these are gonna bake yet again to create a refined iron ingot. And there's the refined. It's really interesting. As you go through some of these, you start getting into recipes that you can tell were not optimized for the, oh, what's the word I'm looking for here? The graphical pack, whatever the hell it's called. The visual, no, it's not a visual pack, I don't remember. I can't remember. Right, I need 1 of those, so I'm going to create the electronic circuit. Now these guys are used in a lot of things, and they have an EMC value. So I need to, well, at some point in time I have to make one in order to be able to remake them as much as I need to, but there's that. Once these guys are all done baking. Another one to do is there's other varieties of coal that you can use. And based off of the type of coal will depend on how efficient it is inside of whatever, so. There. Now, I need 3 flint, which I have 2. Oh, of course I do. So, oop, could have been bad. So I need to find one more flint. I will have 2 of those. These can go back in, this can go back in. That can go in, that can go in, go in. Ah, I have some gravel here, maybe I can force it. There we go. Just like that. That's one of the beauties of gravel. So, this guy here, this guy there, 2 here, and I think, nope. Nope. Oh, the machine block. Oh, it's just 1. There we go. Macerator. Now, these machines can take up quite a bit of space. So, I'm gonna make my own little niche. Now, what I'm gonna need to do is probably make another electronic circuit, because I need to generate power to this guy. Now, mind you, he's not terribly fast. So I need to do that, and then I need a generator. So, generators. There's a solar panel, geothermal. Nope, just a regular old generator will work. Ah, I need a battery, refined iron, and iron furnace. So that I can do, I think. I need 3, 8. Yeah, I need 8. Refined iron. I have 6 iron there. I need more iron. Yep, need more iron. The nice thing about this texture pack, that's what it is. It's a texture pack. Oy vey. Nice thing about the texture pack is that they actually stand out, I think, a lot easier than some of the vanilla stuff. I mean, here's the difference though between the texture pack and something that didn't get included because of the mod or the add-on. However you want to look at it, really. Same difference, really. Actually pretty happy with the progress that this thing's been going. It's not necessarily the fastest that I've gotten to a macerator, but it is definitely one of the faster attempts that I've had. Right. Can I? There we go. Don't need a lot, just need a couple. There we go. This stuff here is called appetite. I have no idea what it's used for. I've seen it, and the only thing I've ever really used it for is extra EMC come time for Project E. But go check on my rubber trees. See one's up. Okay, check the base first. Nothing. Alright. Not on that side. Not on that side. This is unfortunate. I wonder if they did an update that I wasn't aware of before I stopped playing last. Oh, there we go. That's what I need. So that right there is is what we're looking for. So you right click on it. It'll fly somewhere. I think there we go. And that'll give you your sticky resin. And we'll show you. When you bake that is when you get your rubber, which is used in all the other recipes. That's a good drop rate on the leaves too. Sometimes they'll have 2, sometimes they'll have 1, and apparently more times than not, for my case, they will have none. But that I can handle, as long as I know that I've got 1. And this thing respawns, by the way, at interval of refresh, which means, since this is still based off of the logic of Java Minecraft, that spot, there it is, see, just popped again. It'll refresh over and over again. And it doesn't need leaves to do that. It just needs to not have been disrupted. So this log right here will refresh or respawn at a certain cadence every so often. And whenever it does, I can come back and harvest it as often and as long as the tree stands. Go ahead and put a couple more of these guys down. Make a little tree farm and light it up. I guess I should probably space those a little bit more. Yeah, space them. Alright, let's see here. Getting 2 spaces out. Again. Thank you, Rain. Okay, I have my iron. I was going to make the generator. That's right. Generator for the macerator. So, I need to smelt those. I'm going to need tin as well. I need 1 battery, which means I need 4 tin. There we go. Now, in the... Oh god, what is it? Is it control click? No. Alt click? Nope, that spits it out. Or is it just a regular right click? It is. So in the PC version, if you just right click on a stack, it'll cut it in half for you. So I only need 4. There we go. And then shift left click to put it back in there. You can have all kinds of things set up with this to where it'll actually, when you get to certain machines, you can set up next to a chest, and then whenever the machine is ready, it'll automatically pull an item or an ore from the chest adjacent, put it into a grinder to get multiple powders, and then it'll automatically move it over to a furnace to smelt them, and then it'll automatically deposit it into a chest on the other side. That's one of my favorite setups, and that is, I think it's called Engineer's Toolbox. Oh, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that's it. Engineer's Toolbox. So what you do is, you basically build, where is it? There's a module that you build that's pretty much the base for everything. Here we go. This machine chassis. So this machine chassis has, what, 6 sides, right? Just like a 6-sided die. Or like every other machine in this game. You use, for the most part, a blank module, and then other craftable items or crafting items to make things like the item input, item output, extractor, etc. Right? If you hold shift, like it says for more info, it'll actually tell you, accepts items from adjacent automation, inventory to input into this RS control thing, whatever. So basically, you'll do all this stuff. You'll make these. You have to make a remote for it. And this is how you kind of direct how it goes to and from where or whatever. But basically, there's a multi-smelter. You have a grinder, which is right here, see? Comparable with the IC2 macerator, recipes when possible, and that's what I'm trying to build right now. So, this is why I love modded Minecraft, is because it's just so much fun. Right, now I need to make a iron furnace. Like so. There we go, you. And then, okay, I don't need that, I need IC2 stuff again. IC2. There's my generator. Right, so that's refined. That can be the way it is, so I over smelted, but that's alright. I need 3 of you refined, and then I need to put you guys in so you can actually go. And then I need 1 copper cable, but I can only make 3 at a time. So while I'm waiting on that to smelt, do that. Do this. I don't know why I just now got that. I think it's because if you select one out, you get the achievement. If you select multiple out, you don't. Okay. Those are done. What I need to do is actually make a crafting table, or a project table. That. So it's a crafting table with a chest surrounded by planks and topped with 3 stone, meaning I need to smelt cobble. Which I can do here now. Okay, so those are done. Cobblestone's gonna smelt because I'll show you what the benefit of that guy is here in a second. So this is gonna be our battery, right? It's just a copper piece on top, 4 on the outside as if it were the casing, and then 2 redstone there. And what that does is it allows it to have an internal charge, if you will. Now, here, here, and 3 in the middle, and there's our generator. See? Suitable power. So what's going to happen is I can use coal as a catalyst inside of the generator to fill the energy blocks next to it. Now it has to be attached to... Oh, I wonder if I should just use a cable. I'm just going to use a cable. So we'll show you how to do this. Just really quick. I only need 1 because I'm only going to put it 1 extra block away. So each one of these cables can span an extra block. So, or should I do a bat box? I don't think I have enough for the bat box yet. So this bat box has the ability to store power that I'm going to generate through the generator. So I would need to make 3 batteries, which I think I can now. 1, 2, 3, I can. I'm going to go ahead and do that because here, and then I also need tin, which went here. So that's 1, that's 2, and then that would be just perfect enough. But I think I want to do macerating first before I make the bat box because I can always insert it here. Bink, there. So there's your cable. If this wasn't insulated, if you walked up to it, it would actually electrocute you and cause damage, which I think is actually kind of a nice little addition, right? So I throw coal into the generator, and we see that it's charged here. This is your charging indicator. This is what you put in. It's going to burn it, and it's going to come out, okay? So right now it's very manual, but that's okay. We can actually set it up to have things pull it out if we wanted to, like a... So if I use a wooden transport pipe, this will move objects from one place to another. And if I hook it up to a redstone signal, I can control when it does that. So all I would have to do for a redstone signal is just a very simple switch and then have a chest on the other side, which I may actually end up doing, just to do. The benefit of that... Oh wait, not a redstone signal. It would have to be a redstone engine. Here's the benefit of engines, and some of them at least, especially redstone. It's not very... It's not dangerous, okay? So a redstone engine doesn't ever explode. Other engines can. But you do wooden gears, a piston, glass of any sort, and then any kind of wood plank. But, so the generator's tank and reservoir is full. This guy is full. I can take the tin ores here, put them in the top, and once all this processing is done, as you can see the generator kicked back on because it saw that power dipped below max. Once this is done, it's going to pop out 2 tin powders over here. These are upgrade slots that can be used. It's pretty sweet. So there, 2. So for every 1 I get 2. So I can turn this stack of 12 into a stack of 24 ingots. Which means I'm not as strapped for materials. And that's one thing that I've always really enjoyed about this stuff. And then because of the efficiency on this guy, it's even better. So I can actually take the oak wood and I'm going to turn it into charcoal because I'm going to need to do more or have more coal, charcoal, or something, a catalyst of some sort available. So we're at the 45-minute mark. We're going to probably go just a little bit longer to see if I can't kind of get some of this, get this bat box maybe made. There's our charcoal coming out. Now there's another one that I can make called a coke oven, or a coal coke oven really, and coal coke, it's called a coke oven. So what this one does, it's a multi-box, meaning I have to make, let's see, the first layer has 9, the second layer has 8, and the third layer has 9. So it's not quite 27, 26 of these. And then what you do is you insert coal into it, and from it you get coal coke. And coal coke burns longer by a long shot. You also get creosote oil, which is used for rail ties, and I think something else, but I've never really gotten too far into that. There. With those 12 dust, I can actually stop this, put it inside here, and this guy's going to go ahead and do a quick smelt on 12 ingots that we need for the bat box. I will need all but one of those. I will definitely need him, plus these 2 rubber. Oh, there we go. They're popping now. You see how we're doing here while that stuff's smelting, instead of just standing there like a gimp. Alright, now. There we go. Perfect. Clear the tree leaves again. There. So now I've got 2 trees I can continuously harvest. I look forward to the time when I can get into some of the automation tools, or the automated tools. It uses electricity. So you actually have a drill, or a diamond drill bit. I think it's a diamond drill, maybe. But basically what you do is, the thing never dies. It, well, I should say it does die. It just doesn't break. What it does is it acts like a mining pick, but it uses electricity. And as a result, you just have to recharge it whenever it's done. If it goes to an empty charge, it acts like, or takes the same amount of time as a wood pickaxe, I believe, but it never drops in the ability, I think. So if it's a diamond tipped, it acts like a diamond pickaxe. Those are fun. Okay, nothing yet. There he is. 2 of them, sweet. So that will be a good one. So now we've got 4 total spots we can harvest our rubber from. I don't know if this version has a the other type of rubber tree in it or not, and that one is something that looks similar to jungle wood, but basically you can only harvest it by cutting it down. So there's no reuse value in the other style. But okay. Finish the smelting. I got the extra 12 because I only had done 6 at that point. Bring this out. I need only 2 more of you. And then I can grab that redstone out and I can start making 2, 3. I can make my 3 batteries. So if you left click and drag, it'll actually evenly distribute among the boxes that you're highlighting. Oh, and that's why I want the project table too. The project table doesn't drop the items out onto the ground whenever you exit out of it. It actually holds them in place, which is really nice. But okay, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Left click and hold for that. And then all 3 batteries came out. Good. Now, the bat box again. Nope, that's not what I was looking for. Bat box. There we go. I need one more copper, of course. I don't think I smelted enough of you, so I can just get one more. I have one more cable, but I have enough copper ore. There. Okay, now that. Copper on top, 3 batteries in the middle, and then should be just wood in between, and there's our bat box. Okay, so the bat box, I can now take, doesn't really matter what you break it with, because it breaks even with your hand. So you do that, and you get it back. Bat box. Bat box is directional. The one port here, as you can see, there. So in the bat box, I can use this to charge tools if I need to, but this gives me how much energy I have, and I think EU stands for just energy unit, and that's what IC2 uses. And there's things like RF, which is redstone flux, and we'll get into all this a little bit more as we go. But this thing can store 40,000 EU, so I can have, if I had 2 of these cables, which I now need, because I need a wrench in order to pick him up properly. And I don't have that made just yet. But he's got a charge on him, so I can try this. Do this. 2 of you. And while those 2 are going, cook these guys. So those, oh, he ran out of power. That's alright. I won't waste all of those. I'm going to just go ahead and do one of you. And then, once that's done, shift left click to get 2 more. Basically the rule of the furnaces is, as anybody should know, as long as the output's the same, it'll continue to operate. If I put something else in there that then doesn't create the same object, it won't move or won't run. Okay. Back into this guy here. Oh, that doesn't work. There we go. Okay. Now I've got those. These guys can go back in, that can go in. And then what I do is just very literally run the cable to where it needs to go, and now you can see he's back to full power. So since he doubles or duplicates the number of items that he puts out, you can only ever put 32 in there, at least for the time being, without pumping them out. You could put a full stack of 64 in as long as you had something like a redstone engine in place, which I may do. Maybe not this episode, but maybe in the next one. Maybe that'll be, should make a note here of what I want to do next. So I'm going to go ahead and toss this guy in. He is out of coal, so we're going to put that in there. And while that's going, I'm going to pull out another stack of something here to give myself some more charcoal, because I'm going to start running out of fuel very quickly. This stuff really consumes it fast. Now you can burn saplings, but they don't burn all that great. And that's gonna be it for this episode, I think. I might hop in or stay on after the stream and do a little sprucing up around the house, make it look a little nicer and make it look like an actual base. See if I can't maybe get a bed. That'd be nice. But looks like we just actually had somebody join. Ironic timing. Hey, Kaboski. I was literally just about to hop out too. It's all good. It's on VOD, so if you want to, you can always wait for a bit for it to kind of do its little download and buffer and have a watch if you wanted. Oh, much appreciated, man. Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna try to do these probably a couple times a week, because I forgot how much I love this game. So, have you ever played any Tekkit or anything of that sort? Never heard of it? Yeah, so if you would like the quick gist, I can go through it. I have no problem with that. Sure. Okay, so basically what Tekkit is, it's a lot like just Minecraft, but with a lot of mods added to it, so you can do other things. Um, kind of like how what you're looking at right now doesn't exist in the vanilla game. Like there's a copper cable, there's a macerator, and what that does is it like duplicates the ores that you actually have there that you can put in. So I put an ore in, but I get dust out. For every one ore in, two dust come out. Then you use that to smelt ingots, and then a generator to power it, kind of a thing. But let me show you here. This is a mod called Not Enough Items, and it helps you kind of keep everything straight. And as you can see, there's 15 pages of things that I can craft or that exist in the world that I might be able to get. And with all the mods, they kind of do different things. So the one that I'm going after first is one called Industrial Craft 2, which is IC2. And so there's all the different like machines and blocks that you can create. You can create like electric power tools, you can create solar panels if you want to start capturing the sun to generate power for your machines, and it's very in-depth. It includes things like nuclear reactors and sorting pipes and all kinds of crazy stuff. So while it starts out a little bit on the slower side, we're going to get this thing built up to where it's this massive production thing where all I have to do is drop stuff wherever I want to, and it just kind of does what it does. So, some pretty craziness. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, the first time I ever jumped into it, it was by far one of the more overwhelming, I think, gaming experiences I had done because I'd only played vanilla Minecraft before. I did one called Feed the Beast, which is another collection of like community folks that just put a bunch of mods together. And so I decided one day to finally give it a try on a local machine, give myself cheats just in case I got scared of it or whatever the case is. And I mean, it is fun. I don't even know if Tinker's Construct is in here. It might be. It is not. Nope, that's fine. So Tinker's Construct is one where you like literally forge your own weapons, kind of a thing. But there's industrial craft and iron chests. What that does is it takes the same single block wood chest and you can upgrade it to different options. So like each upgrade actually gives you more slots. So like an iron chest, I think, gives you an extra 2 rows. A diamond chest is a single block, but it acts like a space larger than a double chest, kind of a thing. There's a lot of them. This is one of my favorites though, Project E. This is gonna be a little difficult to get to, but it's worth it once you get there. So definitely making this a bit of a series. So. I mean, yeah, yes and no. It's technically Minecraft with technically a ton more added to it. Um, it is by standard of Microsoft and Mojang. It is legal because they actually exposed the code to allow people to do this when they first launched it in the Java version. And that's when the modding community really kind of picked up and carried it through and took off with it. So technically, it's just like it's almost like taking any other game that you play. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it is. They've allowed it to be um, integrated with another piece, and they don't actively stop it because you're not trying to hack the existing code. You're just adding on to the existing code and allowing it to run it kind of almost in sequence with it. So uh, when they start having issues with it is when people start trying to get to the core code and change the base code for other purposes. But they allow, it's almost like Fallout, right? How Fallout kind of, Bethesda has allowed modding from the community. This is the same thing. They're allowing the modding to take place so long as it's not detrimental to the core game or it's not used as a means of cheat or hacking, which, I mean, I don't really know how or why you would want to do that in Minecraft to begin with, but yeah. So this is more just like, think of it like Fallout. Like Minecraft is your Fallout 4, and then all of the mods that come from the community. This is just a collection that a specific group put together that work together and actually load and work or considered to be stable that work with the game at a certain level. So this is only operating on Minecraft 1.7.1, I think. Um, very few mod packs go higher than. Actually, they seldom make a release on a mod on the most recent edition, just because it kind of takes a while for them to update the stuff to make it stable again and have them all work together. So, but yeah, we're gonna get pretty deep into this thing as we can. See if I can't make a nuclear reactor, because I've never done that before. Should be fun. But, alright, man. I'm gonna hop off. Probably do a little sprucing up of the house here, and then finish my taxes, because I'm an adult. And I get to play the adult part today. So, appreciate it, man. Have a good weekend if I don't talk to you.